Hi, I'm Mara as the clerk.
Hi, I'm Zizi as an one.
Hello everyone, I'm Audi as a loyalty. My name is Farah and I play as manager for security.
Hi, I'm Nadine and I'm salary agent. I'm Alicia as salary.
Hello, this is Maria from the Climax Law Company.
Hello, I'm a manager from the Brain Company, so I would like to have appointment for my client.
Okay, can I get your client's details?
Yeah, sure. My client's name is Aisha Sofia binti Rosli. Before I forgot, can I have the slot like on Wednesday because there's the only day that he doesn't work. Can you make that happen?
Alright, wait, listen, because I have to check the schedule from my side first. Alright, so far I have checked the empty slots on Wednesday, 9th of May, 2022. So do you agree to take the appointment on that day?
Yeah. I agree with that. I think that's perfect because the slot is on Wednesday.
For cooperating with our company, once again, I would like to remind you that your client's appointment will be on 9th of May, that is on a Wednesday. So later we will send you the details about the appointment, and also I would like you to know that the appointment will be fully online as we are currently in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Alright, you're welcome.
The following day.
All right, Miss Carmen and Miss Christina, are the both of you ready for the next counseling session?
Ready when you are, Christina.
Yes, I am ready.
All right, so excellent. So the next client who's joining us for today is Aisha Sofia binti Rosli. She has a very recognizable name in the acting industry. Joining her today will be her manager, Hannah.
Yes, Aisha Sophia. I have read about her case for a meeting. It's spreading like wildfire, and I can see why she is need of advice.
Yes, her case is everywhere at this point. Can you give us a brief recap on what had happened, Maria, just to jog our memory?
Of course. So Miss Aisha Sofia is facing a defamatory case that had been made against her by Pauline Tan, who is also a celebrity who has a big name in the industry. Miss Pauline Tan, out of nowhere, made defamatory comments online on Twitter where she mentioned Miss Aisha Sofia several times and was seen to be degrading her. The reason of it still remains unknown as no data has been collected regarding that matter. So you guys should question Miss Aisha Sofia momentarily. That's about it as far as a brief recap goes.
Okay, thank you, Maria. With that being said, I feel like we should invite Miss Aisha Sophia, as well as a manager Hannah into our meeting.
All right, noted. Inviting Aisha Sofia and Hannah to the meeting. Moving them into the meeting in 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay, so good afternoon, Miss Aisha and Miss Hannah. May I introduce myself first? I am Carmen Lee as one of your consuls, and joining you with me is Nur Christina as your second consul, and also Maria, our secretary, and whom Miss Hannah have talked to place an appointment for today.
All right, so nice to meet you, Miss Aisha and Miss Hannah. My serious apology for conducting our appointment virtually as we are currently facing a COVID-19 pandemic. It is only for the best we conduct it virtually. We hope that you will understand this.
Good afternoon, Miss Carmen, Miss Christina, and Miss Maria. It is also a pleasure of having the opportunity to finally meet you virtually. That is, it is not a problem having to conduct this appointment online as me myself were sick of this ongoing pandemic.
Yes, of course. So how about what are you doing today? The weather these few couple of days are blazing hot. Don't you agree? I hope that you have prepared a drinking water near you so you won't get parched too easily by talking.
Oh, I'm doing fine actually, and thank you for asking. And yes, I have noted that the weather is scorching hard and it's not in my interest. And I'm so glad that our appointment today is conducted virtually, as I would be too uncomfortable to go out in the sun in this weather.
So I totally agree with you, Miss Hannah. Before we start our appointment, may I remind you that we are incredibly honored with the trust that you have put on us, and we will do our best to fulfill it. We are also bound by the Lawyers' Code of Ethics, the Legal Professions Act 1976, as not to give up our clients' information to any third party or other people unless the matter involves physical harm to another person.
All right, so please do keep in your mind that our job is to help you and find and come up with the best possible option available. But you first need to open up with us and keep not to keep in any secret that will affect the outcome. Sure, we are giving you the counseling and advice, but retrospect decision is ultimately yours to decide.
I see. Thank you for reminding me.
All right, so it is not a problem, Miss Aisha. Should we start our appointment now? Given the facts that we have no more than 20 minutes to conduct our appointment, more or less, but we do still have our second appointment tomorrow at 9:20 a.m.
Oh yeah, sure. We should start our appointment now.
So, excellent. Do you mind that Miss Christina and I take down notes as you speak? We first need your consent to do so before continuing.
Of course, by any means necessary, if it helps with the counseling, by all means.
All right, so good. Our secretary has given a brief recap and has informed on your problem, in which we figure that you will be discussing today. We have understood that you are currently facing a defamation issue with another fellow celebrity by the name of Pauli Tan, correct?
Yes, indeed, I am.
So, alright, so I think you should tell the whole story first and get the facts straight before we proceed with coming out with the best options and advice. If you need to take a breather or a break if talking about this overwhelms you, please do tell us. So we are here to help you and our understanding of your current issue.
Okay, so it is evident that I am well facing a defamation issue with another fellow well-known person, also a celebrity, I suppose, by the name of Pauline Tan. She have recently had defamatory statement and comment of me through Twitter. She has slandered me, resulting in my reputation as a celebrity as well as a public figure being dragged through mud. I am not entirely sure on whether I should take legal action on this matter and bring this to court? And if so, is it wise to do considering that my whole life works and reputation being on the line? I am here to seek advice from you and I'm hoping to do the right thing.
I see. Your idea of defamation is correct, but being a statement which tends to bring down another person's reputation and is resulted in person to be regarded with feelings of hatred, ridicule, of fear, and dislike. But allow me to correct you, Miss Aisha. If she has made a defamatory statements of you through Twitter and you have permanent permanent concrete proof of the words, then it is considered libel, which in other types of defamation. Slander, on another hand, is a temporary, such as a gesture of merely saying words.
Oh, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. I didn't know there were different types of defamation.
It's not a problem. We learn something new every day. Now let's move on our question and answer session. First and foremost, did Miss Pauline defend you only on one social media platform, and that being Twitter?
Yeah, she has made those degrading comments on both of those platforms publicly, as I had seen those statements firsthand. She has mentioned my name several times and did not hesitate to even censor it out. Those comments were then published to news articles and website. My reputation was affected. Last company began to reach out to me and work with me. I have lost many followers and fans, and also have gotten various type of hate coming from people who believe and were swayed by Miss Pauline's comment of me. I feel ridiculed to have my name used like this. Even though I have not done those things she have said about me, I feel like hiding from everyone as they will only mock me from something I did not do.
Okay. I'm very to hear about your problem, Miss Aisha. May I ask, do you have any copy of the evidence? It is extremely crucial that you have those copies to back up you in the court, as it will be considered as evidences. It is also important that you do not tamper or modify those evidences to make it come out different than the original.
Yes, I have compiled as many evidence as I could find online. I have multiple choices of it, so if they were erased online, I will still have a copy of it. Also, I save in both, which is hard and soft copy of it.
Okay, good call on saving multiple copies of it. Be sure to keep those evidences up to date whenever you find more of it. It is for you and your clients on good.
Might I remind you that what does someone have to prove to win defamation case will include the three elements that are to be satisfied before defamation can be proved. Those elements are the words are defamatory, the statement must refer to or identify the person being defamed, and last but not least, the statement must be published to a third party or other than the person being defamed. Your case, however, has fulfilled all three those elements. Should you have concrete evidence?
That's good to hear.
Yes, indeed it is. Can I see the copy of the defamatory statement made by Pauline Tan?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me share screen to you guys. Okay, as you can see on the screen, these are the tweets that Polita makes to Aisha Sophia. But but it's not only like one tweet, but 7 different tweets that made by her. If you added up the likes, it will be like over 300,000 like collectively. Imagine how people saw the tweet, and also imagine how people know about the rumors about Aisha. It is insane.
Okay, I see. I have read all 7 tweets made by her, and I could conclude that these statements are of natural and ordinary meaning.
Sorry, but what do you mean by natural and ordinary meaning?
Okay, so well, natural and ordinary meaning simply means that it is by the words themselves that the third party might understand those statements made are of the literal meaning, and the third party will look down, ridicule or avoid the persons the defamatory statements were made against. Another way that words may be defamatory is by innuendo. To simply put it, Nedo is basically act indirectly blaming another person even though they have no intention to do so. But that is not your case.
I get it now. Thank you for informing us about this.
Okay, you are most welcome.
May I ask, are those statements still up on Twitter? Has it been deleted?
As of now, it is still out on the Twitter and still receiving feedbacks on it.
Oh, I see. Another follow-up question. What do you think has made Miss Pauline make those comments about you and decided to publish it online? Did something happen between the both of you?
Truth to be told, I firmly believe that she is actually jealous of the latest role I got in the new blockbuster movie directed by Stephen Liu. The role I got was the main character of the movie, and it was down to the both of us on whether who got the role after we had audition. The casting director of the movie eventually chose me instead of her, and after that incident, she slowly became distant from me. A couple of weeks later, she published those comments of me online. I really feel like it's not my fault, and it was based on pure luck and the sort. After telling the casting director was looking for an actor, I was merely doing my part in the audition and was keeping everything professional. She was the one who decided to make those comments of me and was being very unprofessional when my team wanted to settle it in private.
Noted, this might be a sensitive question, but regarding the tweets made by Pauline Tan, she mentioned that you have performed a sexual intercourse with the director of the movie to get the cast, the both of your audition for. Is it true?
Absolutely not. I have not prostituted myself just to get a role in this movie. She have made those allegations up on her own, and now everyone believe her. The boss and employee relationship that I had with the director is now terrorized by that statement.
Oh, sorry to hear that. But do you have any evidence or witnesses that you did not perform a sexual intercourse with the director?
I'm not sure what story Pauline Tan will come out with, but I really do think I have both evidence and witnesses. I could find CCTV recordings from my apartment and my manager, secretary, and personal driver as my witnesses. If I was guilty, then I will have nothing to hide.
Okay, I see. So before this incident, were you and Pauline Tan on good terms?
Yes, we were. I could almost call her my friend at times too, since the both of us were cast members in another movie before this. We both clicked instantly. If before then she had thought of me in a negative way, I could not sense it. She either formed this hatred for me fairly recently, or she has always hated me from the start and masked it perfectly, considering that she is an actor after all.
All right, so after those statements were published to the public, did you publicly make any statement relating to Pauline Tan's tweets? Or have you publicly mentioned her name?
No, actually, we decided that it would be the best to ask legal advice rather than taking the action into our hands. We have tried to contact Pauline Tan team to settle this matter privately, but it was to no avail. They did not respond to any of our email sent.
All right, I'm certain that you have made the right choice to seek legal advice first. So, is there anything else that you want to tell us? Just keep in mind that it's the best that you tell everything and anything relating to the case, as it will help us immediately.
Well, there is something else. I'm not sure whether it is important to the case, but my mental health has been my mental health has been on a toll after the statement was made. It have deteriorated quite a lot before this happened. I was not prescribed to any pill as my mental health state did not require any, but then it worsened rapidly and I was prescribed with Zoloft, which is an antidepressant, and Rivopan, which is an anti-anxiety medication. I really want to say that those medication work, but in reality, I still feel like mental health is going at a constant rate of it being ruined furthermore. Though it has also been a couple of months since my first usage of it, so who really know what will happen?
I am incredibly sorry to hear your situation that you are currently facing. I really hope everything goes out well for you.
Thank you. It means a lot to me.
You are most welcome. So, with that being said, I do not have any other question to ask. What about you, Miss Kistana?
No, I'm all done with my question.
Alright. So I think that is all for today's appointment. Tomorrow at 9:20 a.m. we will have another appointment where we will discuss on the options that we will offer.
Great. Thank you so much, Miss Carmen and Miss Christina. Have a great rest of the day.
Alright, thank you so much, guys, for being understanding.
You are welcome, Miss Aisha and Miss Hannah. We are happy that we could help you. Until then, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye, Miss Aisha and Miss Hannah.
The next day.
Nice to meet you again, Miss Aisha and Miss Hanan.
Likewise, we are thrilled to hear what our option to take this step further.
Yes, indeed. I really just want to get this case over with and let my side of the story get heard.
So we understand your frustrations. Before continuing with providing your available options, I will first repeat back to you about how clearly I understand your situations. So please do not hesitate to correct me if I'm wrong. I just need to ascertain the facts that we have extracted from our questions and answer sessions yesterday. So, all right, so Miss Aisha Sophia is currently facing an issue of defamation with another fellow celebrity, Pauline Tan, where Pauline Tan has made derogatory statements of Miss Aisha on Twitter. There were 7 tweets that Pauline Tan has published that contain wrongful allegations and has created her say among the public. One of the statements wrote that Miss Aisha bribed the director of the movie with having sexual intercourse with her, which is wrong. This resulted in the statements being published to news articles and websites, as well as getting Miss Aisha losing many followers and fans, getting less companies and brands reaching out to her to work with her. So losing many job opportunities and also receiving various types of hate comments. My I8, Miss Aisha, also has started being prescribed to anti-anxiety medications and antidepressants after the statements were made. Miss Aisha is affirmative that what had caused Pauline Tan to do such thing is led by jealousy. Was what I say right, Miss Aisha?
Yes, indeed, it is.
Alright, so we have prepared for you multiple options to choose from and pick which one you want to go through and take the next step with. Your first option and best option is to fill a police report and sue Pauline Tan under Section 499 of the Penal Code, where it has stated that whoever by words makes or publishes any imputation concerning any person intending to harm the reputation and shall also be liable to fine of such person is said to defame that person. So Section 233, Section 1A of the Communications and Multiple Media Act 1998 that can be liable to a fine not exceeding 50,000 ringgit or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year or both, and also could be held liable under the Defamation Act 1957. At the same time, you can also claim for damages of causing emotional distress. The punishment for defamation under the Penal Code is ruled by Section 500 to be up to 2 years maximum in prison, a fine, or both. As the evidence you provided, the post was published publicly on Twitter, and there was an involvement of the third party where it is considered as written statements called libel. If you succeed with your defamation claim, you are entitled to financial compensation. The amount will depend on the court's discretion and will be based on your reputation, the seriousness of the statement, and the actual loss suffered. If you wish to go forward with option 1, please note that the award for defamation differs in each case and depending on the factors. But we believe that this is the best option as well as the outcome because of the evidences you can attain. You need to find a lawyer who handles defamations, libel and slander cases. Your lawyer will likely want to write a letter to Pauline Tan and insist that the libel cases and this is. Your attorney will want to specify that the sources of statement is known. How it is known that Pauline Tan knew that the statements were lies before posting them on Twitter, and that the sources has a very small window of time, usually only a day to a week, to retract the statements and replace it with a statement that removes statements were false. So an apology may be a part of the retraction as well, but do not expect much. Okay. So of course, if Pauline Tan refuses to comply, the attorney can take legal action on your behalf and take other steps to start rectifying the situation from a legal standpoint. Pauline Tan could be in serious trouble if you go forward with option 1.
Oh, I see. You can continue with option 2.
May I explain to you the option 2?
Yes, you proceed.
All right, so for your second option is by consulting a reputation management expert. In some instances, you will need a way to get the defamatory content off the internet, or at the very least, read under such positive news about you that only the most interpret soul will dig deep enough to find it. To do that, you may need the assistance of a reputation management expert. There are a number of services available online that are specialized in creating new content about you, making takedown requests to site posting negative content, and taking other steps to control your online reputation. This may be overkill in some instances, but if the defamatory comments are still on the internet and are preventing you from having brands to work with you, or being casted in a new movie or whatever the station is, then reputation management expert may be the way to go. They are also may be able to interface you with attorney, documentary all the different instances of defamatory material they find for later use to their trial.
So, and the next option that you may consider is by trying to deal this matter privately between both you and Pauline Tan's teams. So this option is available if you do not wish to have the law involved in this matter, but you will first need to come out to good terms with Pauline Tan, considering that she has still yet to respond to your first email that was sent. You need to talk it out with her and come up with a solution for the decision that she chose to make. So thus, you will need to get yourself rid up for whatever the outcome is, whether she decided to take down those statements herself, or if she decided to post another degrading comment of you. This option may sound ridiculous at how big of risk are taking, but the amount of time and money saved if things work out right will all be worth it.
Interesting. I will sure be taking this option into consideration and really think about which one we should proceed with.
Indeed, these options are very vast from each other and are good advices. Thank you all so much for helping me with this issue.
Thank you, Miss Carmen and Miss Christina. You were both huge helps.
You are welcome. We are glad we could help.
You are most welcome. If you have any inquiries about anything or whatsoever, feel free to contact us anytime.
Will do.
Bye.
Until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye
Miss
and
Christina, Miss
have a nice
Carmen.
day.
All right, so how did the appointment go just now? Smoothly, I suppose?
Yeah, it went by smoothly, say Christina. What do you think about our client's problem just now?
I really hope that she went to with option 1, considering how much evidence she has on her to back her up in court. There was no way that Pauline Tan could win the case unless she also have a concrete evidence of her statement.
Yeah, I agree. Really feel that option one is the best option out of the three.